Welcome everyone, join us today as we delve into the life of ALMA COGAN, one of Britain's most beloved singers of the 1950s and early 1960s, often called the girl with the giggle in her voice. So let's dive in. ALMA Angela Cohen Cogan, born the 19th of May 1932 in Whitechapel, London. She was zodiac sign Taurus. Born into a family of Russian and Romanian Jewish heritage, her father's side, originally the Cogans, emigrated from Russia, while her mother's family sought refuge in Britain from Romania. Alma's parents Mark and Faye had 3 children: Alma, her younger sister Sandra Karen, who later became known for her role as Mumsy in The Crystal Maze, and a son Ivar. Mark's job as a haberdasher meant the family often relocated, with one of their early homes situated above his shop in Worthing, Sussex. Alma seemed destined for the spotlight from a young age. Her father had a talent for singing, and her mother named her after film star Alma Taylor. At just 11 years old, she won the Sussex Queen of Song contest, earning a £5 cash prize, equivalent to about £160 today, an impressive achievement for someone so young. Alma's early talents did not go unnoticed. Vera Lynn recommended her for a variety show at Brighton's Grand Theatre, leading to a week-long performance with Max Miller in July 1947 and a role in Dick Turpin's Ride to York that November. Bandleader Ted Heath famously advised the 16-year-old to come back in 5 years, but Alma pressed on. While studying dress design at Worthing Art College, Alma continued singing, landing a chorus girl role in High-Button Shoes at the London Hippodrome in November 1948 and later appearing in the Source Tartate Revue at the Cambridge Theatre in May 1949. That same year, she became the resident singer at London's Cumberland Hotel, where EMI producer Walter Ridley discovered her, signed her to the HMV label, and became her mentor. By 1952 Alma, then 20, released her debut single, To Be Worthy of You, paired with Would You. Although none of her early singles charted due to the limited top 10 format of the fledgling NME chart, her work gained significant radio exposure on popular shows like Gently Bentley, The Glums, and Take It From Here. With television still in its infancy, radio was the dominant medium, making Alma a household name. Her chart success began in 1954 with Bell Bottom Blues, which reached number 4, paired with Love Me Again. Her charm and unique vocal style earned her the nickname the girl with the giggle in her voice, stemming from her light-hearted laugh during the recording of If I Had a Golden Umbrella in 1953. The hits kept rolling in for Alma with songs like Little Things Mean a Lot, I Can't Tell a Waltz from a Tango, The Banjo's Back in Town, Willie Can, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, In the Middle of the House, You, Me and Us, and Whatever Lola Wants Lola Gets. Altogether, she achieved 20 top 40 hits, including 4 that reached the top 10. In 1955, her biggest success came with Dreamboat, written by Jack Hoffman and produced by her mentor Walter Ridley. The song soared to number 1, dethroning Jimmy Young's Unchained Melody, and keeping Al Hibbler's version of the same song in 3rd place. It stayed at the top for 2 weeks and spent an impressive 16 weeks on the chart. With the rise of television, Alma embraced the new medium. In 1957, she became the first British female singer to host her own TV series, The ALMA COGAN Show, which ran for 6 episodes. Cementing her status as a superstar, she was voted Best British Female Singer in the NME Readers' Poll for 3 consecutive years, 1956, 1957, and 1958. Alma was a major star, captivating audiences with her signature bouffant hairstyle, radiant Hollywood smile, playful novelty songs, and extravagant, glittering dresses. Known for her flair, Alma often made up to 11 costume changes in a single show and rarely ever wore anything more than once. Many of these eye-catching outfits were her own creations, including a dress with over 250 yards of material in its petticoat to achieve the dramatic silhouette she desired. One memorable costume, made for her song 20 Tiny Fingers, even featured twin dolls sewn into its design. Alma's popularity was unmatched among female British singers of the time, and her fame extended internationally. Despite her stardom, Alma continued to live modestly with her mother and sister Sandra, in a flat at 44 Stafford Court, Kensington High Street. Their home became a lively hub for the showbiz elite, regularly hosting stars like Michael Caine, Frankie Vaughan, Tommy Steele, Danny Kaye, Ethel Merman, Sammy Davis Jr., and Cary Grant. The flat's lounge was designed for entertaining, furnished with sleek Italian leather chairs and bathed in the warm glow of red lampshades. Wine was served in red glasses with matching pink napkins. Though books were scarce, limited to an unopened set of Encyclopedia Britannica, the walls were lined with shelves holding hundreds of neatly arranged records. Alma's mother proudly displayed framed portraits of her daughter, including a kitschy painting by Fred Wood. Decorative flamenco dolls, glass vases, ornaments, and a silver tray brimming with bottles of spirits completed the room's vibrant, eclectic atmosphere. In the rapidly evolving music scene of the early 1960s, many traditional pop acts, including Alma, struggled to keep pace with the rising tide of rock and roll and modern pop. Alma managed a few hits in 1960, but her final UK chart entry came in 1961 with "Cowboy Jimmy Joe," which peaked at number 37. Undeterred, she adapted her style, covering tracks like the Exciters' R&B hit, "Tell Him," in 1963 and reimagining the classic "Tennessee Waltz" with a rock and roll flair. While her UK success dwindled, she found some chart recognition in Germany and Sweden. Alma remained a familiar face in Britain, appearing on shows like Ready Steady Go, where she first encountered John Lennon. Later she would meet the Beatles during rehearsals for Sunday Night at the London Palladium on January 12, 1964, quickly forming a bond with the young band, particularly Lennon, who shared her cheeky sense of humour. Although the Beatles are often credited with ushering in the new wave of music that overshadowed artists like Alma, their relationship was more complex. It's said Lennon, as a schoolboy, would mock Alma as old-fashioned, but after meeting her, the two reportedly got along famously and were rumoured to have had a brief romance. During this period, Alma also grew close to the Beatles' manager, Brian Epstein, who, like Alma, came from a Jewish background and was just 2 years her junior in contrast to the 8-year gap with the Beatles. The Beatles became regulars at Alma's vibrant showbiz parties, with Paul McCartney famously playing an early version of "Yesterday" on her piano. Alma embraced the changing music scene, recording covers of Beatles hits like "8 Days a Week" and "Help" in 1965, as well as renditions of "I Feel Fine," "Ticket to Ride," and "Yesterday." Despite her efforts, the new releases, including "Love Ya Ilya," a novelty song inspired by The Man from U.N.C.L.E. and released under the name Angela and the Fans, failed to reignite Alma's career. Her personal life also faced challenges. A potential relationship with John Lennon was complicated by her family's strict Jewish faith and John's marital status, as well as Alma's traditional values, which made her unwilling to pursue anything serious with a married man. Alma, who had once turned down a marriage proposal from Cary Grant, began dating Brian Morris, manager of London's Ad Lib Club, and the two became engaged. However, by 1965, record producers were growing dissatisfied with her work, and her health was failing. According to her friend and colleague Anne Shelton, Alma underwent highly experimental and controversial weight loss injections, which worked, but she was never well again after that, marking a steep decline in her health. In early 1966, Alma began a series of club performances in northern England but collapsed after 2 shows. Diagnosed with ovarian cancer, she sought treatment while still planning to revive her career. Writing songs under the pseudonym Al Weston, she contributed material recorded by other artists, and an album was in the works. Alma made her final TV appearance in August on International Cabaret, but collapsed again the following month while touring Sweden to promote Hello Baby, recorded for the Swedish market. She was rushed to London's Middlesex Hospital, where Alma fell into a coma. Her cancer had spread aggressively throughout her body. Those closest to her speculated whether she had known about her terminally ill diagnosis beforehand. By this time she had lost so much weight that she now appeared almost skeletal, with one of her closest friends, visiting her during her final days, being so devastated by her appearance that he fled weeping from the room. Sadly, on October 26, 1966, Alma Cogan passed away at just 34 years old. The morning after her death, radio listeners were greeted by her voice singing Irving Berlin's "Cheek to Cheek," poignantly opening with the line, "Heaven, I'm in heaven." Her funeral, attended by countless stars of the entertainment world, was marked by intense grief. Her fiancé Brian Morris had to be restrained from throwing himself into her grave. John Lennon, reportedly heartbroken, turned to drugs for solace. In accordance with traditional Jewish rites, Alma was laid to rest at the Jewish cemetery in Bushey, Hertfordshire, in England. And there you have it. Though Alma's life was tragically cut short in 1966, her legacy as a trailblazer in British pop music remains. Her unforgettable voice and timeless songs continue to inspire and delight fans around the world, ensuring that Alma Cogan's bright star will never fade. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos just like this. Take care and bye for now.